we need to talk about the S89C. It is a 77-inch OLED TV for $17.99. I know it's tempting to wait for 2024 TVs, but here's the thing. 2024 TVs, they're good. Don't get me wrong. But there's nothing that makes me scream, "Oh, automatic upgrade, you must get this over a 2023 TV." Nothing that would make me want to wait and spend way more money than what the S89C is available at. So I hope that much is clear. So what is the S89C and where did it come from? Let me go ahead and answer some of the most commonly asked questions about the S89C so I can clear up some things. The number one thing was it is a QD-OLED, not a WOLED. And the reason why people thought it was a WOLED is because when this TV was first announced, it was actually announced as a European model, and it was widely reported that this was going to be a WOLED. That never happened, and we ended up getting this model in the US, but this was never a WOLED. It was always a QD-OLED. And in fact, on the product page of the Best Buy itself, it stated that it was a quantum OLED, which would signify it being a quantum dot OLED. But we missed that. We totally overlooked that because of the European spec sheet that was out there and the rumors that that was a WOLED. So that's a big miss on my part for going with the rest of what people were saying. You know, I'm not the only one that did it, but shame on me for not digging deep and looking even further. So yeah, we were all duped into thinking it was a WOLED, and that's why this was an overlooked TV. The number two thing is that there's multiple panels floating around of a quantum dot OLED. This is true in the 55 and 65 inch size, and this is also going to be true in the 77 inch size this year. But that's just going to be second generation to third generation. There was never actually a first generation 77 inch OLED panel. You're looking at a second generation panel no matter what with the S90C. So I hope that clears that up. When it comes down to the price tag, should you buy this or the S90C? I hope this much is clear. It's the same TV. The only thing that's different is the stand, but not really. The stand is actually the same stand as the S90C, except for one thing, the stand cover. That's the only thing that's different from the S89C to the S90C. There's no reason to pay $22.99 for the S90C. Buy the one for $17.99. Yeah. $17.99. I cannot believe that price tag. And that's why I'm making this video, because I don't want anybody to miss this TV. Some of you guys sit year long waiting for TV deals as good as this. Black Friday had nothing on this deal. This is the best deal that I have seen in years. I've never seen a flagship quality OLED TV get to this price level. And it's not only a OLED, it is a QD-OLED, a quantum dot OLED, the same technology that's used in the Sony Master Series A95L. That is outstanding. These kind of deals never happen, and they're finally happening. Think about it. $100 more, you can get a B3. This is the LG OLED budget option. But you can get a quantum dot OLED for $100 cheaper. It's the same TV as the Samsung S90C 77 inch that just got marked down to $22.99. That was already a good deal. The truth is, this is the best Super Bowl TV deal that is out there for OLED TVs. And some of you guys might not want OLED TVs. There's a lot of good LED TV deals as well, but nothing even close to this. And to be honest with you, the S89C is going to blow a lot of those LED TVs out of the water completely. If I put them side by side, no doubt about it, the S89C would win. And I've compared the QN90C to the S90C. I honestly would rather have the S90C because I think we have closed the gap where you're getting the same type of brightness that you're getting with LED TVs at this point. I know a lot of the questions have been, should I wait? There's a lot of good OLED TVs coming out this year, the G4, the S95D, the S90D. Let me tell you the reality of the situation. The likelihood that there's going to be a huge gap between the S89C and the S90D is very slim. I compared the S95B last year to the S95C, and the difference was not night and day. It was not something that I really noticed unless it was certain scenes, and it was very minimal differences. If you're waiting on the S90D 77 inch, I think that would be a mistake. Now, if you're waiting for the S95D, I hope you like screens that aren't glossy because this is going to have a new anti-reflective finish that resembles much of a matte finish. So that's something you want to remember. It's like a satin finish on the TV itself. And this is going to be very similar to the Samsung frame. I did a video talking about that already, but you got to love that finish if you want the S95D. And even if you love that finish, like I said, the chances of that being a huge gap between the S89C is going to be very slim. Like, it's not probably going to be something where you're going to notice a huge difference. Even talking about the G3. Last year, that was a great TV, but the G3 compared to the S90C, very minimal differences. The G3 did get brighter, but not by a huge amount, and it was only in certain modes. On top of that, when you're talking about game mode, the S90C absolutely smoked the G3. So if you're waiting for the G3's successor, the G4, then you're going to be paying a lot more money, first of all, than the S89C. You're really just having to ask yourself this: what are you trying to buy a TV for at the end of the day? Are you trying to get the best value that you can get for an OLED TV, or do you just want the best of the best? And if that's the case, why not just get the A95L? Because I doubt there's going to be a TV that's better than the A95L. I don't know. It's just something to think about. I think that a lot of people are going to miss out on the S89C, and they're going to be talking about, I wish this TV was cheaper in results to the S90D. And I'll just be thinking back, I wish this person could have got an S89C, because they're not going to find a deal quite like the S89C at $17.99. Let me know in the comments why you won't be buying a S89C if you're in the market for a 77-inch OLED. And let me know what you're going with instead of the S89C. I'd love to hear your reasoning on this. Are you afraid that Samsung is going to nerf the TV, hurt the TV's picture quality in the future? So far with the S90C and the S95C, we haven't heard of any real bad firmware updates. So there's hope for that. But you're right to be concerned, because Samsung is one of the only companies that will mess with your picture quality with the firmware update, most of the time. There has been exceptions. Some other companies have done it in the past. But most of the time, it's really just been them that do it. So I do understand the concern if that's why you're not going to get the S89C. But isn't it worth the risk? $17.99 for a QD OLED? I would certainly take the risk. But hey, let me know. Are you guys getting the S89C? Is it too good of a deal to pass up? Or are you still going to be very patient and wait for 2024 TVs? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear all about that. If you want to learn about the 2024 TVs and everything else that's on this channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to have stuff all year long. And if you want to see videos on some of the 2024 TVs, check out this one right here. I think you'll like it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.